Hello everybody! So this is going to be an exciting video because I hit over 100 subscribers over the night. So it's giveaway time! So first I'm going to give away 3 things. First is our little mini decoupage journal that I did. And second is the number stamps from our atelier, and these I showed in one of my haul videos. And then I decided, instead of doing another stamp, that I would give away one of my DigiKits. So your options are the parasols and petticoats, and this is just the first page to kind of show you the style. And then the second one is the Floral Beauties Ephemera page, or Ephemera kit. This is page 1. So you can choose from that, or you can get the Clucking Good Time Ephemera kit, which is all chickens. And this is page 1 for, let's see, this one's got 5 pages, but 2 of them I think are large like this, and then the other 3 are small like this. So I felt like it was kind of a good, they're all about the same size digital kit. So yeah, so your choice. So the first draw that I do, when I do the drawing, I'm gonna give them the choice between the little mini journal, the stamps, or the digis, and then the second person I draw will get a choice from the leftover 2, and then the third person will get the last prize. So here's the rules. You have to be a visible subscriber to my channel, so make sure that you've got your settings so that I can actually verify that you are a subscriber. And the next thing you have to do is comment on this video what you would do with whatever you won. So if you decide that you want the stamps, you have to tell me what you would do with the stamps. If you want the journal, you have to tell me how you would use the journal. And then if you want the DigiKits, then you have to tell me how you would use the DigiKits. And you have to specify which kit you want. So those are the rules. I'll make sure I have them written out in the description so you can remember. And yeah, so that's the excitement for today. And I just want to say thank you for everyone who subscribed. I want to say thank you especially to Emily at Ephemera Treasures, Nikki at Musings by Nikki, and Dee Dee at Dee Dee Farago on YouTube. These 3 ladies have been awesome friends to me. I'm like so happy that I met them through YouTube and Etsy and the junk journal community, because they've been so sweet and they have promoted my channel, and I really appreciate them. So if you are not subscribed already, which I'm sure most of you already are, but if you're not, go check out the channels. I will link them below, and give them a subscribe, because they are sweet, sweet, sweet human beings, and they deserve all the love that you guys can give them. So that is that. That was a short little video. So I'm thinking maybe what we can do for a little while is make some fun ephemera for my Victorian journal, which I am obviously still working on. So let's see. I think I actually have some of these already printed and cut out. I just have to go through my little stash, which is not so little anymore. Yes, okay. So, let's see, I have my parasol ones. Yep, these are all my parasol ones. And my printed out 3 kits specifically for this project, so just pulling out the ones from those 2 kits so you can kind of see what you can do with them. So how is everyone doing? I haven't actually made a video in a while. I had a bunch of videos that I had filmed, and then I had a bit of a backlog. So while I was working on making masks and yeah, see, I think I ended up doing over 30 masks for family and for my son's daycare, preschool, so that when we actually do go back, if there's still a chance, and there are still kids that are going there that whose parents are essential workers, essential workforce, so I wanted to make sure that the teachers and the kids that were going had something to wear. So yeah, so I got those mailed out on when did Saturday night, I think, is what I set the pickup for, because our UPS, our post office will actually pick up mail. We have pickup service, so I was able to just have them pick it up in our mailbox. And they got out on Monday, thankfully. So yeah, and then I have some family members that are immune compromised, and other family members that, you know, wouldn't hurt to wear a mask, so made them some. And yeah, just trying to have, I didn't have that much elastic, but for the daycare ones, I just did little ties, because the kids are all different ages anyways, and so I just thought it would be easier to have cloth ties, so that they could tie them to fit. So yeah, did that, and then since I was on a roll with my sewing machine, I sewed myself a cushion for my chair. You guys follow me on Instagram or Facebook, you probably saw pictures. At some point I will do an art, like a craft room tour. I don't know why. I just feel, it's really weird. I feel self-conscious about it. Like, I know that everybody's craft room is a disaster, because that's kind of like part and parcel to creating art and crafting. But I just feel weird about showing how messy my craft room gets when I'm in the middle of a project. Yeah. Luckily, after I did all the sewing, I was able to kind of tidy things up a little bit, but yeah, so yeah, maybe I'll do that sometime this week. I'll film a video of the room. And, yeah, it's funny. I know I think for a lot of crafters in general, being on quarantine is not that bad, because a lot of us are probably introverted, and so we just like to kind of curl up in our cozy spots and make pretty things and that kind of stuff. And so for us, it's like, oh hey, I don't have to run around like a chicken trying to get stuff done all the time now. I have plenty of free time, and I am blessed in that my son loves to take long naps. I don't know why, because most little 2-year-olds that I know of are not good nappers, but mine, my goodness, he sure is. So once he goes down, I have at least a few hours to do things, get stuff done, and so yeah, it's kind of nice. So I've been getting lots of projects done, and I want to, so with my cushion project for my chair, I've actually had the stuff to do that project for literally years. It's been sitting in my closet with all of my other fabric, and I've had some, like, I don't know, not very thick cushion. So after like the first several days of crafting in here, I was like, okay, I'm gonna need something a little more robust. So I was able to find something on Amazon, and so now that project's done, and I ended up having more fabric than I even remotely needed. So my next sewing project is going to be a little window valance to match my cushion, and I think the room will look adorable. So yeah, I'm just trying to pick out colors that I think will work with my project. Thinking of like the colors that are in the kits that I'm using. So yeah. Anyways, yeah, you'll have to comment and let me know what craft projects you've been working on, and if you have YouTube channels, let me know. I'll go check them out. I'll go check out videos and whatever. So, and then let's see, other projects that I need to work on. I need to finish, I've got a bumblebee journal that I need to finish, and let's see, what else do I want? I have several kits, digi-kits from Nikki Adigan, Musings by Nikki, and I've had ideas floating around in my head for, well, the better part of a year, since I first started looking at junk journal videos. It's almost a year now. This summer will be a year that since I started junk journaling, and so yeah, I think one of the early projects that I wanted to do was a Woodland Fairy journal out of Nikki's Woodland Kit. And so I think I definitely need to start that. I need to finish the 3 in 30 challenge so that I can get my ephemera for the shortcake journals done. And yeah, so I am just looking at this as though we're going to be out for a while. Who knows? It's kind of questionable. We don't know what it's going to, what Washington State is going to do, because that's where I'm at. School has been canceled for the rest of the year. They're doing all online schooling, I believe. I think they finally got the online learning stuff figured out, and so that's what they're going to do for the rest of the year, which really stinks for our seniors, because they're losing their chances of, you know, getting picked up by colleges for sports scholarships and whatnot. And yeah, it's tough. I know it's really tough for a lot of people. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. And then from my employer, they just extended our shutdown. So, and they're kind of looking at it from a week by week basis. Statistically, I want to say we are on a downward slope as far as new cases go right now. But I don't know if that trajectory will continue. We'll see. If that's the case, hopefully it'll be sooner rather than later that we kind of get things back to semi-normal, I guess. So that's where we're at with that. And there's also a possibility, I mean, who knows, they might decide to have some more people work, I don't know, but we're doing good. We've got our stuff lined up, so we're doing okay. So, you know what, thank God for the blessings every day. And then I try to look for silver linings, you know, like I try to look for the positive things that are happening. For me personally, getting to spend time with my 2-year-old is awesome. He has developed like leaps and bounds just in the 2 weeks we've been home. It's insane. And it's not all necessarily good things, like climbing over stuff and climbing out of bed and opening doors, but it just means that his little brain is growing and his little body is growing, and so it's, you know, it's good that he's learning that stuff at home where we can keep him safe. And yeah, so that's been good. And so yeah, sorry, this is turning more into a fussy cutting video than a ephemera making video, but so many of these actually will work with this journal, and so I want to make sure I can use them. Alright, I think that's enough flowers. Although these are awesome, and I'm probably going to cut those out later. So now for our little parasol ladies. which I think totally go awesome with all the kits that I picked out for this project. So these are all, they're a couple different, all of my cigarette cartridges are mostly from the same, I can't remember what tobacco company it was, because I took all the advertisement out, because I figured probably we don't want that in our journals. Just saying. I mean, if you're going for like a traditional, like vintage, like if you're wanting a like vintage advertisement ephemera, then it's cool to leave it in there, but for my purposes anyways, I didn't want to have the advertising in there, so I went ahead and took all the advertising out of each picture, and then I some of them I resized, some of them when I took out I had to like blend in some of this stuff where they had the text. So yeah, most of these are that's what they were, and you can find the originals on the open collection or open access collection on the Met website. But if you don't want to go through all the trouble of having to download them and resize them and crop them and take all the text out and all that stuff, I did for the floral ones, I did leave the name of the flowers. I think I just resized those and cleaned them up a little bit, but I loved having the little like name of the flowers in there, and then the little sentiments behind the flowers that they picked, because I just thought they were super cute. Yeah, so that's the story behind these, and most of them come with like 5 per sheet, but then there are some that have like 8 or 4 or 6. It just kind of depends on how many pictures I had in that particular genre. And they are a little bit grainy because the lithographs themselves were grainy. Like that was the quality of the original art. But I think this is actually just regular copy paper, and then I set it at high quality printing settings, so they actually turned out really nice, I think, as far as like the printer. And then if you want to use your presentation paper, they probably will come out even more vibrant, but just for my purposes, because I knew I was gonna kind of collage these onto different stuff, I went ahead and used the lighter paper. Sorry, yellow lady, you do not make the cut. You will find yellow is not my color. The only time I use it is if it's like a specific theme, like something from my mom. because that's her favorite color. I'll use it for her stuff. Or if it's, my husband's repairing the toilet. I don't know if you can hear that downstairs or not. I'm in the loft. Had to get a new handle for our toilet downstairs. Anyways, so yeah, yellow is not my favorite color. I'm one of those people. I like this gal. Cut her out too. What was I saying? Having a brain fart. Oh, yellow. Yeah. So my bee journal will have a lot of yellow in it. Because, well, bees, obviously, right? But yeah, for my own personal projects, I will not probably put a lot of yellow. I have found that there are people that love the color, and then there are people that just don't really like it. Oh, and the dog is in jail today. The dog is in jail because while I was outside weeding in the garden, he proceeded to dig up the corner of the yard. I have these pots back towards the back in the corner, and one of them was kind of collecting water, so I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of gross. So I dumped the water out and kind of put the pot back where it was, and he decided to go to town where I dumped all the water. Because, you know, dogs and smells, it's a thing with them. They love them. So, and then he proceeded to be naughty and not come when I told him to. And he kept running away. Because he's a little fart. And, yeah, so he's in jail right now. For at least a little while longer. And, yeah. I'm trying to think if there's any other. I pretty much love all of these. But for the interest of time, I think I'm going to just pick maybe one or two more. This gal, I like this gal. She is kind of, I don't know. She's got one of those looks on her face like, I look demure and sweet, but in reality, I'm kind of feisty. That's what she kind of reminds me of. Which, sometimes I think people think that I am demure and sweet. And I'm not. I'm really kind of feisty. What can I say? I like this lady too. I like her dress. It's like different shades of green with a pink collar and a pink bow on her hat and a pink parasol. Loving it. He's also kind of screamed out for Easter Sunday a little bit to me too, so I felt like they went really well with Amy at Crafty Cat's okay, one more. Amy at Crafty Cat's Easter bonnet. Even though her ladies are Regency and kind of Jane Austen-esque. Just the concept of Easter Sunday back in the day. That's what these reminded me of. So I have all of my big pocket cards done for this Victorian floral journal, and I just have to stitch some lace on them, and then they will be done. And then, but I need, I'm gonna leave the daffodil one there. But I need small journaling cards. So, let's see. I have these from Nikki's kit. These were the ones that had like the 4 different flower patterns in the different colors. So I think I'm going to use these and kind of decorate them up a little bit, because, you know, that's kind of cute. I'm rubbing this in the wrong direction. So yeah, anywho, trying to find the positive stuff. We got a few things from the grocery store today. My husband went out, and we were able to find, they had Easter stuff, because we go to one of those, like, go to Fred Meyer, which, if you're on the West Coast, I think they're mostly on the West Coast, but they're a Kroger store, basically. And, I don't know if I want this color of label, but maybe a butterfly? They're one of those stores that's kind of like Target, where it has like a little bit of everything. So maybe I'll save that for another one, because there's a butterfly here. But I do want to put, maybe I'll use one of Emily's tickets. Yeah, they're kind of one of those big box stores that has a little bit of everything. And so we were able to find like a Easter egg dyeing kit and a few little toys. We're not gonna do anything like huge as far as like Easter basket type stuff, but I wanted to do at least something, you know, a little Easter egg hunt or something for our son. So we're doing that. We got him just a little bit of candy and some Hot Wheels cars, and our church is doing stuff online, so we can watch online, and So it's gonna be a quiet Easter, but you know what? That's all right. It's okay to have a quiet Easter. It's not about the commercialism anyways, you know? And it's kind of fun to do something, you know, it's fun to do the traditional egg hunt type thing stuff, but it'll be nice to just spend time at home with each other. Oh, I kind of butchered that one. So these are, they're little scallop pinking shears, but the scallop is like a 3mm size. So I always use it for like, stamps and tickets to get the little rough edge. Kind of like it's perforated, but not perforated because I cut it out. But it's a kind of handy cheat. I found them on Amazon. They weren't too expensive. I think they were like under 10 bucks. But you have to be careful because the first brand, they looked exactly like this. They were just kind of generic, like Chinese manufactured pinking shears. And the first listing for the first company, they had the option of the different sizes all in the same title, like all in the title. And so when Amazon warehouse put the stickers on, it said 3, 5, 7mm, whatever, but they were all 7mm because I don't know why. So I got like 2 pairs that were from a different company that were 7mm. No, that's not what I wanted. So, yeah. Oh well. What are you gonna do? All you can do is return them and go with a different one. Alright, so I think I'm gonna use these. These are mine that I ended up deciding to keep. Because I ordered 2. Yeah. If you watched my video, then you'll know why I'm laughing at myself. But anyways, I'm just gonna take these little tickets and grunge them up a little bit. So I know some people are still getting snow, or it's still really cold. Luckily for us, the spring has sprung, and we actually started getting nice weather this week. So on one of our grocery trips, we went to Walmart and got a little tricycle from their toy department for my son, so he can ride around in the backyard and in the cul-de-sac. So he still hasn't gotten the hang of like pushing the pedals if there's like any kind of incline. But he's starting to get it. He's starting to get the concept, and so, but you know, he's only 2. And the weather has been so crappy up until now that it's been hard for us to get him outside toys, so yeah. So now that it's nice, and since we're cooped up and he doesn't get to go play with his friends at daycare, and we can't go play at Grandma's house, because she has some cool, like, water toys for him to play with, and a bigger yard, and a little creek. He needed something. He needed something to kind of keep him occupied. And I'm really kind of actually digging the whole little line there from me rocking the stamp. I'm not minding that so much. Kind of like it. This one got put on the block a little wonky. These are fun. I love your tickets, Emily. Sorry, my nose is getting stuffy because of the pollen. It's tree pollen season. So, my nose is protesting a bit. Alright, so there's our lady. There's our lady. We need to give her a little bit of an ink, just so she pops off the page. And let's see. Yep, I like it. Anywho, I think maybe there I go, getting ahead of myself again. Alright, so that's the front, and then I'll just back it with some, maybe, let's see, I have some craft paper here. Maybe that's what I'll use. Kind of a precarious situation I got myself in with my messy desk. But hey, it wouldn't be a crafter's desk if it wasn't messy, right? Exactly. I'm just gonna straighten this out a little bit. Save the strips for collage. over enough. Now he's on the phone with I don't know who. So, if y'all can hear that, I'm sure lots of you are all in the same boat. Trying to make videos while people are home. I think I'm just gonna leave this. I'm gonna ink the edges of this, but I'm gonna make the craft paper longer. Around each side so that it kind of peeks out. And so, hang on just a second. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do is make 4 of these or more, and then tack them down onto that craft paper and then cut them out, because, you know, work smarter, not harder is my motto. Except for most of the time I do everything the hard way, so I don't know how well I live up to that motto. Yeah. Hang on just a second. Okay. Hubby keeps walking over here, making a racket. What the heck? Alright, so let's do this one next. So, what shall we put on there? That might blend in too much. Maybe some blue? Yes, I think the blue will do. The blue will do. Try not to get too much. I don't want to take too much of her arm off. If I can avoid taking any of it off. And then trying to avoid taking the top of the parasol off too. So, hold on. Okay, back. That conversation was getting not really loud, because it wasn't, but it was like right downstairs. So I figured I'll just pause it, tear the rest of her out, and turn it on again. Okie dokie. See, there we go. You like that one? Where's my lid? Oh, sorry for reaching. Okay, I'm gonna do number 3. And this is cool because I can still write some here if I want to. But I'm gonna do this first. Hello. That stupid alarm. space between these two. Oh darn it, I forgot the ink. Oh, why do I always do that? Always forget to ink when I'm filming. Always. I don't know what it is. Like the camera gets on and I look at the time and then I was like, oh, I gotta hurry. Let me slap this down real quick. And I'm not even done. Not even ready. Okay. A little extra glue because it's starting to lose its stick, but it's still kind of sticky. There we go. There's that one. Got some purple ones, that'd be good. Let's just start off by inking the card first, so I don't forget to do that part at least. Because, you know, I'm liable to forget. The puppy is not happy. He's very mad, in fact. I'm just going to excuse me. Okay, back again. Okay. Sorry about that, everybody. Back. Alright, so I'm just gonna, I inked both of these. I'm gonna go ahead and tack them down. Get that part of it done. Kind of assembly line style. So, good news is that even with, after all of those interruptions, the alarm company is going to, because we were going to turn it off. That was kind of the big thing. And, so they were calling to kind of like, oh, please don't go, type of thing that the alarm companies and cable companies always do when you threaten to quit. But yeah, so then they offered to lower our bill for the next 6 months. So we're like, well, why not? It's just kind of pointless to have an alarm system when we're both home 24/7. So I kind of decided we were gonna forego that expense. Okay, I like her there. But yeah, the amount that they decided to offer was like, well, that's worth keeping. at least for a little while. Dog is out of jail, but baby gate is closed. He's mad he can't come upstairs. But he's always getting in my garbage, and he like gets the paper scraps out and the fabric scraps and the strings and all that stuff, and then he tracks it all upstairs, like everywhere. I mean, technically he's still a puppy because boxers don't actually grow up until they're about 3 years old. Once they hit 3, then they kind of calm down. But, like, he's only a year old, and yeah. He was also put in his crate before Bryce went up to nap time, and so that has got him a little bit shook up. I think, too, because when I'm up here filming or crafting and Bryce is asleep, he likes to lay by Bryce's front, bedroom door. He likes to guard his little boy, which is sweet. I mean, those two, I swear, they're like siblings. It's hilarious. They fight over toys like they're siblings. Mostly it's Bryce playing with Izzy's toys. Izzy's actually really good about not playing with Bryce's toys because he knows he'll get in trouble. But yeah, Bryce will go get, there's this one like foam ring thing that we had actually gotten it for our last boxer, and he never really played with it, and so, but Izzy likes it. Izzy more likes that it's his, and Bryce thinks it's just a hilarious toy, and he likes to stick it on his head and wear it as a hat, and that makes Izzy mad because it's his toy. And so yeah, we have to tell Bryce he has to give it back, and that always makes him mad. So it's like having 2 children, but I don't really have 2 children. What are you gonna do, what are you gonna do? But they're adorable together. And that dog lets that little boy just drag him around anywhere. So I think, yeah. Yeah, I think they're hilarious together. Ooh. I like that purple with the purple rose. Alright. Alright, lady. You get a place on the journal card. So anyways, yeah, this video is getting edited. That's okay. That's okay. Try not to get all of her hand off. Yeah, he's just whining down there. Right at the bottom of the baby gate. He's such a little pill. For me, I think it was probably a little bit too soon after we lost our last boxer to get this one, but he's growing on me. It's just hard. It's hard to like split your attention and your energy. With our last dog, I had like, we just had the older boys and they came over on the weekends, and so like they could actually help me train the other one. Like my youngest stepson went to a couple training classes with me. Mostly because our other boxer used to just beat up on him. Not really in a bad way, but like just always want to wrestle with him and play with him and kind of test and see where he was on the on the totem pole. And so once I had him go to some training classes with me, they kind of worked out where everybody kind of belonged in the pack, I guess. And sorry, my allergies are acting up today, like I said. So yeah, they were able to kind of go do training with him, with me, and right now it's just hard. It's hard with a toddler, you know, because they take up 100% of your time when they're awake, and which is as it should be, right? You know. But it's just been hard for me to be able to spend the time training him as much as I would have liked to. But that's one of my goals while we're at home, to kind of work with him. So, need to get all my little stuff out again. My little treat pouch and the long leash, so I can take him outside and let him have some relative freedom while I teach him some stuff. Also, the longer leads, like the 30-foot ones, are like really good for training for so alright, so we've got 4 journaling cards. I'll probably stitch around these and then add what am I going to add? Either a tab, I'll decide where I want to put them, and then I'll add like a tab or something wherever I want to add that. So cool. Anyways, yeah, so remember, everybody, comment on what you would do with whatever prize you would want. Make sure that you are a visible subscriber, and I will do, let's see, today is, what's today? Today's the 8th. I will do the drawing in a week, so the 15th. So, yeah. Alright. I think he's done fixing the toilet. We had to get a new stopper for that, and then a new handle. We've had more problems with that stupid toilet. It's so annoying. Anyways, sorry for the distractions, everyone. I'll try to edit out as many of them as I can. So you don't have to hear them all. And yeah, we'll do the drawing in a week from today, so the 15th. And yeah, sorry, my brain is fried today. Which is crazy because it's the first night I've gotten a good night's sleep in a while. So, alright, there we go. We got our cards, our pretty ladies, and our pretty flowers, and our cute little tickets. So yeah, thanks for joining me. I want to say thank you to all my subscribers. You are awesome, and I really appreciate it. And yeah, please give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. So have a happy crafty day, and God bless everybody. Bye.